Peace family, Vie Darling, the Cosmic Queen, and your intergalactic interpreter. And I have a channeled message. I was shuffling this love oracle deck and something came through with a message for you. Yes, I know that I look like a grandma. I know that I look like the wolf from Shrek in grandma's clothing. I'm cozy at home, so you already know that I got the tea for you. I got the cosmic wisdom for you, and let's spill that ish. So one thing that popped out was ex-lover in the reverse, and then also truth. And then I kept shuffling because I was like, okay, well, I'm shuffling, I'm not doing a reading at this moment. And then I heard Teenage Dream by Katy Perry, and I also noticed that like some days I can sing, some days I can't. Y'all have seen this before. I do think that there's a throat chakra clearing going on. I do think that there's a heart chakra clearing going on. We are in eclipse season, as you know. I always say that eclipse season is when the gates of hell are open. And more specifically, leading up to eclipse season, the gates of hell are opening. And that can be more distressing than the gates of hell being fully opened. So, you know, it's like we're falling into the abyss. And by the time we hit rock bottom, we hit rock bottom. You know what I mean? And there's nowhere else to go but up. But going up can feel in its own way quite triggering sometimes. But I am definitely picking up like there's a lot of interference going on. And I would say that it is likely shaitan. It's likely like, I'm picking up 𝗂𝗂𝗧 spirits, and something came up about monitoring spirits yesterday. So I'm thinking that like 𝗂𝗂𝗧 spirits in Islam are a type of jinn that like whisper in humans' ears to affect their state of mind. Date in reverse. If it seems too good to be true, it is. When it comes down to the spirit world, when it comes down to, I swear to God, like, there are definitely attacks on the mental, on the crown chakra going on right now. The whole upper realm of your chakra system is under attack right now. And I would encourage folks to listen to frequencies for clearing those parts of yourself. And I would also encourage you to listen to ruqyas, because it's definitely like some spirits that are trying to sabotage you. It doesn't matter how strong your protections are, and this might be why like the past few weeks I've definitely, like, I just moved, so I already have to like set up my wards and like do all of the stuff that I have to do to like establish my space as a sanctuary. So I already, like, I had to do all of that stuff, but it was really quite stressful. And I was just like, damn, like, all the stuff that I'm doing, I don't feel like it's working to the extent that I would like it to. There's other stuff that's been going on in, like, my personal life with that, like, I needed to deal with. And that has also contributed to, like, why I was just like, I have to do so much protection magic. I have to do, you know, all this stuff. Removals, cleansings, so many cleansings. My dreams had been crazy. And yeah, now that I think about it, it's like hell. It's obviously because we were coming up on eclipse season, and those things, like, if they're not already up, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. But if you don't stay ready, then like you're gonna have to get ready. Now that isn't to say that like I don't keep my wards up, but you know, sometimes I will be like slacking, like, okay, well, I'm really tired, so like I don't really want to, like, I'll do it later, you know what I mean? And it had to get to the point where I had to tell my spirits, like, okay, you don't need to like kick my ass for me to do it. You can just let me know, and if I forget, because I have ADHD, like, remind me again. But you don't have to like emotionally terrorize me or scare me to get me to do it. So regret, mistake, guilt, wrong choice, apology. I am picking up that a lot of people are feeling regret for the things that they did to you because they are feeling the spiritual gravity of it. Did you do a return to sender finally? Did you call justice on the people who did you wrong finally? Ooh. On my phone, I don't even know what that was. I guess it's because it turned midnight, but big reset vibes here. I do believe that justice, like, we are in the period of justice. We are in the times of justice. So whether or not you did it, like, people are finally getting their comeuppance for the long periods of time and for which they were causing harm to you. And whether that's like, oh, if they were gossiping about you, if they were actually doing spells, if they were actually, like, you know, actively doing like spiritual attacks, for sure that, but also if people were trying to besmirch your reputation, if people were stealing your ideas and claiming that they were theirs, and not giving you credit, you know, if people stole money from you, like these kinds of things, people are getting their comeuppance for these kinds of things. So I mean, you can't even make this up. I just pulled these cards out. Y'all saw wedding, signs and synchronicities, and in the reverse, reconciliation. No, these mofos are about to learn what it means to mess with someone who is blessed and highly favored. They're really about to learn because you are coming into your inheritance. Everybody's getting exactly what they deserve. And what these people deserve is justice. Karma's only a B if you're a B. But if you know that you go through life with a good heart, good intentions, and like you take the next right action, then your karma has no other option but to be good. If you're breaking, you know, generational inheritances, like generational curses, like these kinds of things, if you're doing the shadow work, like your karma has no choice but to be good. So yeah, and I got teenage dream. I think that must like relate to coming into integration with your divine union. And as y'all know, here in the Aetherium, the divine union, the divine counterpart rather, is your entire life. It's not just a romantic counterpart, it's your entire life. From what school you go to, what car you drive, what neighborhood you live in, all that good stuff. So, divine intervention in reverse. They don't have a, what do people say? A sinner's chance in hell? I don't know. They don't have a chance in hell. Sorry, this is what you deserve. This is your comeuppance. And at the end of the day, I say this all the time, and I said this in some of the readings that I made yesterday. Storm warning, girl. It's a tower moment. And what folks need to understand is sometimes because we are so loved unconditionally, sometimes things have to happen to us. We have to get our ass handed to us to learn our lesson, because that's the only way that we'll learn our lesson. These people, that's what it is. And you know what? If they get wiped off the face of the planet and they get a total life reset, then more the better for them, because they're not going to have to deal with this life anymore. And also, they get to start over again and try again. And I genuinely feel that way. Some people are just so bad that they just need to give up and just go back to square one completely. I really feel this. And that's after studying spirituality and theology since 2010. Yeah. So I hope that was helpful. I don't know if there will be a part 2. If you see part 1 out of something, then obviously there's another part. Follow my Substack, The Mysteries, and consider subscribing to the premium tier, the Adepts tier, and you get to see pages of my Book of Shadows and just exclusive content that other people don't get to interact with. All right, I love you all truly and deeply. See you on the